Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you for joining us, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for clicking on this video. Now I just wanted to kind of come on here and touch base with you guys because I know I haven't posted a video since the end of March, which was my March favorites, and it's been about or going on 2 months now. And I just want to kind of update you guys, let you know what's been going on, why I haven't posted a video, and I will definitely be back posting more videos. But I told you all in that video, where if you haven't seen it, make sure you check it out, where I kind of explained why I hadn't been on YouTube for almost 2 years and how I was unmotivated and things of that nature. In that video, I wanted to keep everything real and raw with you guys and not make it seem all glamorous and, you know, all that type of stuff. So that's exactly what I plan to do. So the reason I haven't been filming is because I just not have been in the right mind frame, the right headspace, and I've been kind of getting frustrated over the last couple months. So basically, which I told you all in that video too, or maybe I didn't, I'm a very driven person. I'm very motivated and I'm very passionate about what I do. And I am one of those people to where I cannot, even if it's an off day or whatever the case might be, cannot just sit around and do nothing. Even if I might need rest or whatever the case may be, I always have to be doing something to, one, better myself, and two, doing something productive that'll, you know, further me along in my career and in my life. Because me personally, I just feel like life is short and you never know when your time is. I know that's kind of harsh or cold to say, but that's the reality we live in, and you want to live it to the fullest. And so if I don't feel like I'm doing something productive, then to me, I just wasted my time. It's a waste of my day or whatever the case is. So if you don't know, which I said in that video as well, I am a licensed esthetician. If you want to kind of get caught up, make sure y'all go watch that video. I have been doing this for 6 years, licensed for 5. I am 25 years old. I will be 26 in September. Now, to some people, they might feel like, oh, you still young, you got your whole life ahead of you, you shouldn't, you know, be frustrated or, you know, too worried about much of anything. But for me personally, I don't want to say set it up, but I kind of, in my head, have it to where there's certain things that I want to do by a certain age, if that makes sense. So I had always said, and I've said this for years, that I want to start having kids when I hit 30. Now, granted, it depends on where my life is at when I hit 30. Because right now, I just don't feel established, or as established as I should be in my career. So I'm like, that's literally about 4 years away from now. I still live at home with my parents, you know, and it's very frustrating to me because right now, and I'm not saying any of this to make anybody feel sorry for me or feel bad for me or anything like that. I just want to, like I said, let y'all know what's going on and maybe relate to some of you guys as well, because I'm sure, which with anything in life, I'm not the only one going through this stuff, regardless of how old you are or what your age is. I'm sure everybody somewhat experiences this at some time. But I feel like I've kind of went through, if you want to call it, an early midlife crisis, because like I said, with having those time frames in my head, I feel like I have very limited time. 4 years are gonna fly by like it's nothing. I remember just graduating from high school, and now we going on 7 years later, which is crazy to say. But everybody tells me, oh, you young, but I don't feel like that. I don't feel like I'm young. And maybe this is the wrong mindset to have, but that's just how I think, and that's how I've thought for a long time. A long time. So recently I've just kind of been down on myself. I'm not gonna say I haven't felt motivated, but I just don't ever want to get on the camera in front of you guys and fake like everything is okay, even though I know it's not. And then sometimes, when y'all watching these videos, you can tell anyway if somebody is genuinely happy or, just a genuine person, at all. So I kind of put the YouTube on hold until I could get myself in a better space. And it's funny because I do have, not that I have a ton of subscribers at all, I do have people that watch my videos. And at one point, they were getting mad at me because I wasn't posting. Now, don't take this wrong in any way, shape, or form, but YouTube is not my main source of income. I'm not doing it to be my main source of income. I film when I have the time to film. Could I maybe make more time to do it? Yes. But if there are, not to say that YouTube isn't important, but I have priorities, let's put it that way. And if there's something higher up on my priority list, that's what I'm going to focus on. And I'm sorry if, YouTube takes the back burner until I can get myself together so I can be the best that I can be mentally, physically, so then I can put out the best content possible. But I just really been struggling lately because if you all don't know, I have done a video or two with my boyfriend in it, but we just made 8 years last month. We've been together since high school. And I'm probably jumping around this video, which is what tends to happen. I'm just saying stuff as it flows. Just bear with me. And we've never once lived together. We're both 25. We've never lived together, never experienced that stuff. We both still stay with our parents, which is a good thing and a bad thing, I feel like. He might not necessarily feel this way, but this is just how I feel personally. In a good way, it's been kind of helping us because, one, we don't get tired of each other because we're not with each other a full 7 days out the week. We probably see each other 3, maybe 4 days out the week, if that. Is usually 2.5 to maybe 3 days out the week that we typically see each other. So of course it makes you want to miss the person more, makes you want them more, stuff like that, as to where, let's just say, Lord forbid, living together, you could get tired of that person. If I'm mad at him, I can always just come back home, think about it, and then we can talk it out. As to where if you live with somebody, you can't just, oh, no, I'm going to go to my parents. Like, you got to work it out. But at the same time, what's frustrating me is because I just feel like I'm too old to be living with my parents. And I know there's people that have stayed with their parents until they got married and all that type of stuff, but that's not just something I want to do. And I just don't feel like an adult in that aspect, because it's like you under somebody else's roof and you under somebody else's rules. Not necessarily that, oh, they tell me you can't do this, you can't do that, like none of that type of stuff. But it's just, you're always going to be under somebody else's roof and rules. And sometimes I'm ready to get I'm mentally ready to get my own space, but apparently it's not my time to get my own space quite yet. And it's hard for me to kind of come to terms with that, if that makes sense. I'm struggling with that, and I'm trying to, get in that mindset to where I'm like, okay, just have more patience. Your time will come. You really not ready for it right now, but when it's supposed to happen, it'll happen. And that's what I keep trying to tell myself. I just keep trying to do it. But And not to say that I live in the worst condition possible, like, no, none of that stuff. Just me personally, I'm ready to have my own. But saying all of that, my financial situation is not where it should be. And that's what's telling me, girl, you need to pump the brakes because y'all not ready to move in together, like all type of stuff. Because neither one of us are ready for it financially. But I'm coming to terms with that. But far as my career, I'm just frustrated because it's like I told you, I'm really passionate about what I do. I love helping people with their skin concerns and their problems and helping them address it. And some of my clients are to the point where they don't even have to wear makeup, which is great. I love that. I want it to be an option and not necessarily, oh, I have to wear makeup to cover something up. So I love making people feel good about themselves, all of that type of stuff. And so I'm at the point where I just feel like I should be further along than where I'm at. And I know stuff takes patience. I know stuff takes time. And I believe I said that in the other video that I posted. But I mean, it takes time to actually work on stuff as well. So I'm still trying to work on my patience. It won't happen on my time. It'll happen on God's time. And I need to learn to, let stuff, what do I want to say? He knows how life is going to turn out before we do. He already has it figured out. So I've kind of been struggling with that. Just because I've been at my current job now 2 years, because I believe when I filmed the video, I said I was there 1.5 years. I've been there 2 years and I feel like I'm just now finally building up a clientele. Because of course, building a clientele from scratch takes time. And I get that. But then the part that I kind of struggle with, which that's, to me, that's just what goes on in this industry, is if you switch from place to place to place, job wise, you have those clients that they'll follow you to the ends of the earth. Other people, not so much. And then you're going to be building up a clientele again. And I don't want to have to do that. And yes, I know I'm not old, but I feel like I'm getting too old to keep starting over from scratch. So now it'll take me another, let's just say, Lord forbid, not saying that I am, but if I was to go somewhere else and my clients don't follow me because they live in a specific area. Now, I live in the south suburbs, but where I work at is in the city. So let's just say I went to a spot that was out in the suburbs. All of my clients are in the city. They're not going to come out here when it's more convenient for them to go somewhere that's right in their neighborhood, which I understand that. I totally get that. So then that's like, okay, another 2 years building up something again. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I had a breakdown this past week. Me and my mom were talking and I sat there and I just started breaking down crying. Because I have dreams, goals, aspirations. And where I'm at right now, I don't make a whole lot of money. I hate to say it. I just don't. That's the reality of it. And like I say, I don't want to up and go somewhere else and have to start over from scratch building a clientele. Or in this industry, when it comes to like hair, makeup, skin, all that type of stuff, the jobs, you don't get benefits. And depending on where you go, you strictly gonna get a commission. Most places you're not gonna be getting an hourly pay with the option of commission. It's gonna be strictly commission based, or you're gonna be doing booth rent, where you get to pocket all of your money, but now you have to pay somebody rent every week or how often they have it set up. And I really don't want to do that. I don't want to go the private salon route and stuff like that, because I did that before and it's just not what I want to do. So I've really been stuck between a rock and a hard place, because there's some business things that I'm trying to figure out outside of where I'm at now, you know, that I'm trying to work on and get straightened out. And I just really, which I told y'all in the other video, I'm very, very, very hard on myself. Always have been, and I'm not gonna say I always will be, because I'm trying to work on that as well. But it's hard to break a habit of something you've been doing for years. I'm sorry if y'all hear cars driving by, whatever. I am sitting in my car and I'm sitting outside my house, so sorry for that. But I don't know, I just haven't been there the last couple of months. I just have not been there. So I just didn't want to be throwing out any old type of content, half trying, you know, not giving it my all like I typically would. So that's why I haven't been filming. I feel like I reverted, because I feel like I said some of the same stuff when y'all seen the other video that I had put up. And I'm not purposely trying to do this. I want to be moving forward, of course, always. But it's just, it is what it is. It's the reality of it. And that's just what happened. Let's be real. So all I can say, or all I can do, is hopefully you all will be here throughout this journey of me trying to, I don't want to say find myself, because I know what I want to do. I know where I'm trying to go. I just have to get better with how I handle stuff. And, you know, having patience, of course. So, and also, before I forget, I'm in the process too of trying to find a different place to film my videos, because I cannot film where I was before. Of course, like I told you, I stay at home with my parents. I was filming in my mom's living room, and we used to have carpet and all that type of stuff, but we have hardwood floors now and new furniture and all this type of stuff. And I really don't want to be worried about dropping makeup somewhere or whatever the case is. So I'm in the process of trying to figure out the whole filming situation. And it's funny, because I thought about filming like my makeup tutorials in the car, but I don't know how y'all will feel about that. For me, it's kind of awkward. I would be stepping out of my comfort zone, just because the lighting is different in the car, and I feel like my makeup, whenever I've had to do it in the car, it's never turned out that well with me doing it in the car. But I mean, let me know if that's something y'all will want to see in the meantime, until I figured out where I'm gonna be filming, or if you all know places, because I like I told y'all before, I don't know if y'all know, I don't live in Chicago, but I'm like 30 minutes outside of Chicago. So if you all know of any places that maybe I could, you know, for low, maybe rent out a space or a studio or something like that, where I could, you know, just take my equipment there, film a video, and then, you know, be done, or whatever the case is, leave it down in the comments, because I'm really trying to figure this situation out. Me and my boyfriend haven't even been able to film for our channel, because we in the same situation. I think that's everything I needed to mention to you guys. I will keep you all updated. Maybe I'll put stuff in the description box underneath this video, or maybe, you know what, no, disregard that. I'll just keep doing update videos and things like that, letting you all know of what's going on. This video is already long enough, but I think that was everything I wanted to mention to you all. I know it was kind of all over the place. If my eyes look crazy, I just want to throw this out there. You know, with any pink eyeshadow, it stains the skin. I don't care what kind of base you put underneath it, no nothing. Whenever you take it off, it takes a while for pink eyeshadow to be removed off the eyelids. Because I've been using that Anastasia and Alyssa Edwards palette. Oh, I love the palette. It's great. Let me know if y'all want to see me do a video on that. But just like with the James Charles palette, those pinks always stain my eyes. I'm rambling, but like I said, this video was all over the place. Thank you for sticking with me. If you've been with me from the beginning, if you're a newer subscriber or newer to the ALB family, thank you for joining the family. Hopefully we can grow the family. I know I need to be more consistent because that's always been an issue for me. I'll be consistent for a while and then it falls off and then I'll start back on being consistent. I'm trying to work on being consistently consistent. I know that sounds stupid. How many times can I keep saying it? But like I said, it is what it is. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions for me, any advice, I'm open. Please leave it down in the comment section below. I always do look there and check there if you ever put anything underneath my videos. And also, please make sure you subscribe to the ALB family because it's a great place to be. And hopefully we all can relate to each other, give each other advice, motivate each other, have fun, help each other be creative. Because this is why I want to do this. And hopefully, like I said, you all can relate to me. Enough rambling. I'm done with it. But until the next video, bye guys.